What's up, everybody, and welcome to Real Laughs, and welcome to me being back. I'm your host today, Mr. James John. We are your nightcap of comedy. We are going to have a great time today because I'm finally back with my family, my brothers in comedy. We got Miguel Colon Jr., that's right, who helped start all this hilarity about 9 years ago. We have our official sponsor and my friend, comedian, lawyer, and comic book creator, Mr. Jeff the Batman Kaufman, in the house. I got to say that there are our official sponsors at Kaufman and Lynn. They're your personal injury attorneys. They've been representing and winning for the good people of Orlando for over 20 years. Now, if you call the phone number, now, Jeff, I'm going to screw this phone number up. It's 407-500-JEFF.
Yes.
You call
it's
them.
on the billboard.
Right.
It's on the billboard.
It's on
That's
the
only thing you can see.
The billboards. Quit playing.
Come on.
Yeah, don't act like you ain't seen the yellow, the black, Jeff Kaufman standing there like he's about to spit a hot 16 at you. You know what I'm talking about. If you slip and you fall, you call that number. If somebody kick you in the ass, you call Jeff. He'll be there.
That baby don't look like you, call Jeff. That baby does look like you, call Jeff. Because he'll help. Yeah. He got you. You like, hey, that baby don't look like me. I got you. He like, hey, that baby look just like me. Get in the car. I'm taking you to old Mexico town right now. Lay low for a while.
That's right, baby.
Lay low.
3 words, baby.
Okay. Hold on. Jay's been on a boat a little long, and I noticed something. James only been rocking those wife beaters. How much weight you put on that damn boat?
All of it. That's
God bless. Yeah, he's wearing his old Disney shirt. It looked like Disney started in the front and the back, and it's going all the way to the back.
Oh, that's
international
funny,
waters, baby. There's no calories.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right. I'm gonna tell you this. I told y'all before I got on that boat, I had a plan. My plan was to get on the boat and drink my ass off because I normally don't do that.
Woo.
I did what I planned to do, bro. As soon as I got on the ship, it was 11 o'clock. Mimosas. After that, shots of whiskey. I did not stop, people. I kept going because why not? I can't get my wife pregnant. I got a vasectomy. So, bro.
International waters, baby.
That's it, man.
Once you get a couple miles out, you like, ain't no rules in the ocean.
Nah. Why should there be? Let me tell you, shout out to my family for putting that whole cruise together. It was everybody with us. All 4 of my kids, their significant other, Michelle's mom, Michelle's sister, her aunt. My nephew was with us too, bro. We had an absolute blast, bro. They surprised me with some really good gifts. Like, I don't know if you guys realize I'm not actually messing up on screen. I'm not freezing. I'm not frozen because I got a brand new laptop. They didn't get me like a MacBook. They got me the big daddy one, the one that I could do like edit videos and cost way too much money that I'm gonna have to pay for, by the way. But anyway, they got that for me, and they got me some magnetic lapel mics I can use when I'm doing comedy so I can record my sets and it'll have good sound.
Nice. You got lavs, man. Nice.
I did, bro.
Look at him.
So they took care of James. They took care of James, man. It really did a good job. Got me stuff I didn't realize I was getting, man. My favorite cologne, which is Invictus. If anybody's out there listening and you want to just send James some stuff, Invictus cologne is my ish. So yeah, it was a great time. Love you, family. I'm back.
Where did you guys go?
I wish I could tell you that. Don't know. We were in the Caribbean. It was in the Caribbean, man. We went to the
Bahamas.
Bahamas.
Don't know where you went?
Stirrup Cay. I went to that island. Then we went to the Bahamas.
You know when they shut off the alcohol?
Bro, they don't. Oh, let me tell you this. We went on the island, right? They got a private island, and your drink package works on the island too.
Yep.
So I just kept drinking in the island. I sat in the water. No lie. Sat in the water because beautiful beach. Just sat there, cool water, and they just kept feeding me drinks. I didn't have to even get up.
I need the one with the umbrella though. I like sitting out there, but sometimes they have the one with the umbrella, so you're in the water.
Nice. I just kept pouring water over my head, but I did want what you said.
So you're okay. I burst into flames. You know, not just because I'm Jewish, but because it's hot.
It is very hot in the Bahamas.
I always rent a car because I don't believe in DUIs in other countries.
It don't count. You right, bro.
Yeah, I'll show up.
Only get scooters.
Yeah,
you only get the scooter. You hit.
Put me down for a trial in June. I'll be there. You got it. You got it.
It's in the Bahamas. You screwed.
Yeah. Throw some other charges on me too. I'll take some of these guys. I got it, boys. I got it. You live here. You live here. I won't be back. Yeah, I killed that guy. You know,
killed that guy.
Yeah, kill whatever. What was it? Your brother?
Yeah.
Put it down. Whatever his name was, I did. I got it, player. I got it. I won't be back. I won't be back.
It's funny because I was on the Norwegian Getaway. That was the name of my ship that we were on, and I actually have to go work that.
I thought you said getaway. I was like,
Getaway.
oh my God. Okay.
So I actually have to work that ship in about a month and a half. I actually go back to that ship and work
Not
for 2
no
weeks.
more. Not when they talk to you about what you did.
Hey,
They're like, hey man, we was gonna book you again, but I'm gonna be real honest. Our Filipino first mate, he ain't got over it. Okay.
hey, if he didn't want it, he wouldn't dress that way. That's what
Yeah.
I told
said,
him.
hey, just because he can't grow a beard, don't treat him like a lady.
It was a good damn time, bro. When's the last? I know, Jeff, you took your whole office on a cruise. Miguel, you.
But I didn't get to enjoy it. That's not. Here's the thing. When I do something for a large group of people, because you're in charge,
you were playing
man.
host. Okay, Miguel's done that.
Stuff goes wrong.
He plays host, and he's not enjoying it. He's working. Got it.
No, you're not a participant. You're in charge.
Yeah. You got. Did you have to corral everybody up every so often when everybody was drinking?
There's always. Did everyone get on the boat? Like I've had ones where, hey, guess what? 2 of your people got quarantined. I said, for what? Alcohol poisoning.
Damn.
I said, man, they drank so much that the boat shut them off. I said, ooh,
because you was on Royal Caribbean, right?
Oh no, that time it was on that was the Royal Caribbean Getaway, the Carnival.
Getaway. Oh, you Carnival.
Carnival shut them off for drinking?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
ridiculous.
They locked them in their rooms.
They said,
locked them in their rooms.
You can't come out for the whole
cruise. They punched a hole in my homegirl's room key so that she couldn't order drinks anymore. They were like, hey, and every time she tried to hand them that night, they were like, no, this means you can't. Bro, and I was sitting there, eyes closed. I don't know. I was sitting there, eyes closed, drooling like some people just gonna handle their drink.
Sir, that's a wall. I know.
Yeah. First of all, don't you ever talk to my friend like that again.
He's got a straw up in the air, blowing it out. What are you doing? I thought somebody gave me a breathalyzer.
Yeah.
Right. I'll pass. Because
if that dolphin says one more goddamn racial slur to my friend here, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. I'm just on the floor curled up, talking to no one.
Oh, that's weird.
I got lost on one of the boats one time. I was so drunk, and I ended up in
that's horrible because it all looks the same at some point.
And I ended up on the outside of the boat, and I don't know really where I was because I was just blackout. You
were done. Yeah.
And I came back. I was all soaked. I was like soaked with salt water because it was bad outside. It was choppy and stuff.
And it was hitting you and stuff?
Maybe it was a bucket of salt water and I fell off.
A bunch of penises. He doesn't remember.
Nobody knows. Maybe it was a saltwater pool and I fell in it. Nobody really knows. I just came back and they were like, where were you? And I was like, shh, we'll never know. Okay, like just get me back in this room.
Yeah. You just lay down and like, hey, sir, this isn't your room. Shh.
Yeah.
It's okay.
They tried because we went with this big group.
Tip on his card. He's like, I'll tip on my card.
I one time went and it was like 30 of us. It was all these people I used to work with in restaurants.
That's deep, yeah.
And we went deep and it was like all these girls with us. And one time they knocked on my door. It was like 2:00 in the morning. And they knocked on my door. It was the guys from the ship. Like, I don't know if they were security or what they were. They had a cute little Cracker Jack outfit on, so I can't take them serious. Yeah. And I opened the door, and they had this like beautiful Asian girl, and they were like, "We found her running around the room." They were like, "Can you find where she goes?" And I was like, "This isn't one of ours." And they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "Gentlemen, do you know how dangerous this is?" Like I was appalled. They just assumed she was this girl that was with our group, and they just came banging on my doors angry, and they were like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, hello, and they were like, we found her running around all drunk. Can you find where she goes? And I'm like, boys,
no.
If they can't drop off an Asian girl to your room.
90%, yeah.
This is Vegas?
Ain't a Republican convention.
I was like, 90% of human beings are good people, but the 10% of evil out there
would have took that girl.
I said, you guys are ridiculous. I said, now send her to my shower. Let's clear up and find her friends. No, I was literally I was like, guys, this is not with me. And they were like, oh. And then have you ever seen somebody go from like angry to terrified because they realized they like messed up?
Yeah.
Because they were like, I'm tired because we were all on one floor. Yeah. So they just came banging on it, and they went to shock because I was just like, boys, y'all almost delivered. Y'all trying to, hey, nice try, Diddy.
You try to set me up. I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Nice try.
She's not even my type. She's still away.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I was literally like, what? That memory has always lingered with me because I'm like, is that policy? Do they probably do that all the time? They're like, oh, this drunk girl probably is with this guy's, right?
So I'm gonna just drop her off with this dude and be mad at him. Like, hey man, take
Yeah,
this
hey.
drunk girl. Oh, okay.
I'm like, all right, man. Sign here. You know? And that poor girl, she's like all just drunk, like listening to authority. So wherever they sent her, she was going to go.
She was gonna stay there. Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, fellas, we gotta tighten up this shit.
Not how we handle these situations.
And they're like, is that a bunch of alcohol in your room? I was like, we're done here.
I said, good day. Okay.
Yeah, how dare you?
God bless Miguel. Okay, all right. That was a time.
How drunk did you get on this boat?
See, I'm weird. I don't get crazy when I'm drunk. I get chill. I relax. My wife, on the other hand, turns.
I've been around turn up Michelle.
Jesus, man.
I've been around turn up Michelle. I'm like, Michelle, they're gonna tase you.
She's like, at my first time.
She's like, why are you trying to get me worked up?
That's my wife.
And James just sitting there in the corner. She's like, James, pull it out now. She's like, Michelle, the officer's still here. She's like, I ain't getting that gay ass cop.
Hey, she's like, you know our family motto, "Nuh if you buck."
You know my motto, James. Jesus Christ, Michelle! It's 3:30 in the afternoon.
You just
we're at Chuck E. Cheese. You tell that goddamn rat he looks at my husband one more time, and that gorilla in the band better watch his ass.
The gorilla. Why the gorilla?
I don't play.
Get me another drink.
Yeah. James, first of all, let me tell you two things. The third thing is this.
I love you too, honey. I love you too. Let's get in the car.
Don't yell at me.
Exactly.
Put it by my face. Let me just feel it there.
Where's the kids?
Yeah, where's the kid? No, let them know. They need to learn.
You know who drinks just like their mom, which is funny? Isaiah
really?
And his mom get together, and they become this mess of, we're gonna keep drinking until it's too late. Like, it's past the point where we should have stopped. We're just gonna keep going. That's
which one of the boys is most like you?
Noah. Noah really don't drink like that. Noah just started drinking at the age of 23. So he was ordering like Long Island's, but he don't get twisted. Yeah. He sits back, he observes, he makes sure everybody's okay. That's kind of what I do. That's my job as a dad. And
Isaiah's most like Michelle.
Jesus, yes, man. Like, they don't stop. Like, I'm like, you guys don't have to drink until it's blackout. You can stop.
Isaiah's looking at Michelle. He's like, was he always a bitch when you met him? And Michelle's like, oh, the whole time, Isaiah.
It's like you were there, Miguel. Yeah. That's the exact conversation.
I never realized this about you, Papa, but you kind of a bitch.
We out. I'm like,
where'd my pants go?
Yeah, exactly. On that note, don't go anywhere, guys. More hilarity on Real Laughs when we get back. Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back, and you guys are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. I'm your host tonight, Mr. James Yan, in studio with Mr. Miguel Colon. Don't you forget about the junior, because he knows who his daddy is. Real quick before I go on, Miguel, I like to ask her how your pops is doing every now and again. How's pops, man?
Oh, man, it's good. The old man just had a reunion at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, which is the Marine Corps artillery base. Okay. Yeah, and that was about a couple weeks ago. He went to Fort Sill, Oklahoma, because back in 1985, the Marine Corps started its first independent artillery school, because they had artillery schools to train people in the field of artillery in different locations, but they didn't have one set one. So depending on where you were, you went to, and they started their own artillery school back in 1985. And my father was one of the first instructors there. They were the ones who started the program. My father, his homeboy Stillwell, a couple of the other Marines that I remember growing up as kids, they were the instructors who started the Marine Corps Artillery School program in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. And so it was 1980, 86. And so this year was the anniversary. And so they all went out there, and it was a big deal for my old man. He was in the Marine. This is the second time my old man's been in the Marine Corps Gazette, Marine Corps magazine. That as a child had to look at next to the toilet every time I took a Duke. And so it was a good deal. Him and the guys were all together. They had a good time. But my old man dealt with something that I deal with all the time, putting on events and managing events. And that is, he had to run it. And I was telling the old man, I said, listen, just a heads up. A lot of these dudes are going to fail you. He's like, yeah, my guy's got it. My guy's got it. I'm like, okay. And then, of course, he learned. Because what would happen is when you assign people duties.
Talk about it.
Man, here's the thing. Sometimes you've done all the thinking in the planning stage, and it's not because you're smarter or better. It's because it was your responsibility, so you thought everything through. So you don't mind once you've done the, and mind you also, it's not like my old man said, I'm the boss. They were like, Mike, help organize this. So he said, okay. So they want you to help organize something. Then you organize it, and then people, it's all right. If you got constructive ideas, you come to me, hey, I got an idea. Will this work better? But they like to call audibles during things because half of the time
for disaster.
Half of the time, it's because people think they know better. Another half of the time, it's because people want to do it an easier way. But what happens is they never think about the reason this is happening. The reason X is happening is because Y will affect it.
Correct.
Everything has an effect. The reason I said pick up the van at 4:30 is the delivery guy is going to get there at 3:30. That gives him an hour to make sure the delivery is ready. Correct. You said, oh, the delivery guy is going to get there at 3:30. I'll pick up the van at 3 and get there earlier. Well, now you got there at 3:30 and the dude's like, hey, man, I'm not going to be ready for an hour, bro. Like that, correct. I get to work. I do. And then the other guy that's supposed to pick up from the airport is waiting for you to pick him up at 5:30. But you're here early now. Now the delivery guy's rushing. Now you sit. Everybody starts making these decisions. That's what happened with the old man. People started making all these audibles, and it was driving him nuts. And the reason it was driving him nuts wasn't because my dad's not a control freak. Sometimes he's a pain in the ass. You got to get with him on that. But he's not a control freak. But what happened is people want to assign you the job of doing the big picture thinking. And then when they get their job, they don't want to run their department based on the structure you gave them. And I'm big, and the old man, especially, and Jeff will say this too, because Jeff was in the military. The old man, military man too, he's not big on micromanaging as much as giving you an intent and letting you
figure it out.
You execute it. You're supposed to execute it. Yeah. You're supposed to execute intent. And so another big problem he was running into is people constantly calling him like, hey, I got this, but what do you think? Should we? And he's like, oh my God, stick to the plan.
No.
To the plan.
They don't ask you because they want you to do it. They ask you because they want you to take the blame if it's wrong. That's the thing. That's what people do all the time. And the trick is always be early. No matter what it is. Like I show up to shows early. I do everything because even if you don't like my show or you have a problem, the place respects me because I took care of them. And
I get that.
That's with everything. Like judges were the same way. I would show up to court 30, 40 minutes early because you come running in, the judge looks at you and he goes, you've given me a reason to do you wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
late.
Yeah. People hate that, especially in a social situation where it's an obligation because they're doing something for you. You're getting a service from them and you show up late. Yeah. I look at you funny that way too. Unlike not you specifically, but a person, if they show up late to everything, like, come on, bro. I can't depend on you.
But this happens. And I think people show up late out of entitlement because they think they can. You know, they don't really care. They don't think of the consequences.
What is that saying? People only do to you what you let them do to you. Like, you know what I mean? If somebody's constantly letting them get away with crap, they're going to keep doing it.
No, I see it a lot. I see
you
it a
hear
lot.
that, Epstein kids?
Oh, wow. Okay, all right.
James Yon said it's your fault, and Jeff Kaufman said black people don't care about time.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? I'm on the fence.
I'm on the fence. I like to break stereotypes and show up early. I like to make them crazy.
Yeah, I've been for my shows. I get there early enough that I can walk the stage. I get there. I actually
do like to do that. That's like a ritual for you. I respect.
I can tell you that every professional I've ever met, if they really believe in what they do and they're not just showing up, they like to do that. They go, hey, let me see the stage. Let me see what I'm dealing with. Because, and this is, I really believe this, and this is with everything. Like in a courtroom, if I walk that courtroom before I'm there, I get a feeling for what that room's like so that I'm not starting off cold. And people go, well, I never start off cold. You don't start off on fire.
Yeah.
You start off, you build to it.
But you know what, Jeff? You just said something interesting I want to bring up. There's a lot in common between being a lawyer in a courtroom and being a comic on stage. You're working the room. You're looking at the different people in the audience, which is your jury, and you're working those people, man. There's a lot of similarities between reading an audience with what we do on stage.
Listen, it's everything. Yeah. It's everything. For example, when I do, we now support our new arena football team, the indoor football team, the Pirates.
Yeah.
When I'm in front of the team, when I'm on the field, when I have to do something, I mean, it's the same thing as performing. You have to hold yourself a certain way. You got to present what, the information you're presenting and hope that you're doing it well.
So that's not easy. I can imagine with you, Miguel, you guys run events. Let's be honest. You run big events, man. You got a lot of people working pieces. It must be not difficult. I'll say a challenge sometimes because the audible is the different clientele you have there that could just up and do something stupid or just change their plans. Like, hey, can we move this up or can we do that? And you're like, okay, let's make this work and let's make this happen. Here we go. Right. So I can imagine.
Yeah. And the big audible that happens is whenever somebody thinks they've planned everything out to a T and don't give themselves the room for flexibility. Now, people who have been in the event business for a long time, they're good.
Yeah.
Most people who have been in the event business for a long time are good. It's the new people who have great intentions. And then one of the biggest things is they'll try to tell you something. They'll be like, well, that's not going to happen. And I'm like, buddy,
it's gonna happen.
Who are you talking to here, man?
Okay. You try
to tell the ranger that Yogi Bear ain't gonna steal a picnic basket.
Come on,
dog.
Come on.
I've been here for 35 years. Him and his lover Boo Boo steal picnic baskets every time. Isn't that right, Snagglepuss? He was dating him when he was way too young.
Let me ask you this, Miguel. Who's easier to deal with when you guys have your weekends where it's mostly adults there camping out, or is it the kids that come in on buses?
The kids, Disney kids, are like in their 20s, so it's not like kids. Yeah, anybody in their 20s, like young people in their 20s, are just like we were in their 20s. They got more energy, and the future isn't as important to the masses.
Yeah.
So little things don't matter. There's more blackout drunks. When you have adults, of course, you're going to have those same people getting in those problems. The thing is, when adults that are like in their high age, like 35, 40 years old, they're less. Yeah, there's less likely.
You, Miguel, high age, 35.
Yeah, well, you're aged out. You and James. Yeah,
going.
We out.
We're at the club. At least we're the ones buying the drinks.
Yeah, but when you got people grown age, less likely are the people around them supportive of destructive behavior, even if they're destructive. But when we're in our 20s, I'm gonna tell you this much: if me, you, and Jeff were out right now in our age, me being 44, you being 50, Jeff Kaufman being 42, got you, buddy. We all went out right now, and we're having a good time, and I'm sloppy drunk. We're gonna stop stuff. Me and Jeff, we're not gonna let you drink anymore. Nope. We're gonna be in a bad mood because we're like, I gotta take him home now. I'm leaving. I'll end my night because me and Jeff, or you and Jeff aren't gonna be like, hey, he's fine. You're gonna be like, one of us gotta take him. I'm gonna ruin my night. I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah.
But when we were, honest to God, when we were 21 years old, James would be like, hey, James, you better sober up. You driving, dog. Hey, James, wow. He laying on the bar doing mat shots. Yeah, hey, video this.
Mat shots. Holy
So
crap.
anytime,
We'd leave you in a chair. We'd leave you in a
Yes.
chair,
Yes.
and eventually you would get up and walk away. We couldn't find you for a couple hours, and you
Yeah.
somehow found your way back.
Correct.
and if you did that every night we went out when you were in your 20s, you weren't a problem. You're like, that's
No.
just James.
That's
Yeah.
But as a grown
That's
man,
Chris.
once you get to your 30s, 40s,
We don't wanna
50s,
do
somebody
that no
does
more.
that. We're like, hey, James has a problem.
Yeah.
You know, James has a problem.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We
You
don't
know,
tell
everybody's
James we're
right.
going out. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, I don't feel like it, man. I don't want to babysit this dude all night.
Yeah.
But I
Or
do
if you
know-
were the one that gets us in fights too, they always
Yeah.
had a
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Bro, I don't mess
Yeah.
with that person anymore. I know who the hothead is. Nah.
Yep.
I can't roll with you.
I don't mess with any of those people anymore as my friend group, just because I'm like, no. Like if we're going out to have drinks and I know that we're going to get drunk, I'm still not blackout.
Nah.
We're just legally drunk.
We're
That's what
Yep.
drunk is. Nowadays, that's what drunk is for me. I'm drunk by the eyes of the law.
correct.
Not I can't walk, I can't talk.
Blackout.
I just
can't do it.
won't drive. And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say I can't drive because baby, I put the miles in back in the day. One eye, two eye, feeling the road.
Chew the wheel.
Yeah.
Remember that?
bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Let me tell you, I don't drink like that, and not because it's a choice, like I'm some moral thing.
Yeah.
I can't recover.
I feel bad.
I feel
yeah,
bad for
feeling
everybody
bad.
involved. I personally feel bad. I physically feel
recover.
bad. I feel embarrassed. You guys ever been? Hey, listen. For
Hold on,
theoretical
you were on the
purposes,
boat. You were on the boat, James. You know,
Yeah.
you had to wake up in the morning. How tough
Yeah.
was that? Were you like, I ain't young no more?
bro. Facts, I'm not young anymore, but I took my ass to bed at like 11. I can't stay up all night. I know I can't stay up all night.
Okay.
Just
that's
no
how I'm
way.
with, that's how I'm with beach drinking.
Yes.
We go to the beach and we drink
Bro,
all day,
in the
and we get
sun?
back at like 6:30 at night.
I'm sleeping.
It does not matter. I'm tired. I'm hot. Back in the day, man, I used to go to the beach by myself. I used to go to the beach by myself to drink and hang out.
It's crazy.
And then you'd have to drive home by yourself.
Ooh.
Eyes closed, using my horn as echolocation. It's like hearing sounds bounce back for me. I'm like, that's a school bus.
Bro, my kids on the ship were up all night having a great time.
Yeah.
They're like, Dad, it's your birthday, kids. Your dad knows that I can't do what you do anymore.
Listen, this is your trip. I have to be here.
I'm going to bed. Are you sure? Yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do. I want to.
You know what it's like for me though, when I take 50, 60 people on a cruise, and the next day there are 50 stories about the most conservative people who lost their mind that night.
Miguel,
and they always tell you about it. Oof.
Miguel said it best. When you're in the open seas, when you're in there ain't no
You think-
rules, man.
You know who made it with who? What?
You think pirates are like that at home? At home, they're like, no. They're like, oh, welcome to my Somali house. You know, but you get them out there, man. You see how pirates are in Minnesota? They got daycares. You know, but you get them out in the ocean, they wild out.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. On that note, y'all, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more of this hilarity right here on Real Laughs, Real Radio 104.1. Back, everybody. Thank you, because you are still listening to Real Laughs on Real Radio 104.1. If you are not following us already, you need to stop what you're doing. Go to Instagram and Facebook and follow us, people. Then I need you to go to YouTube. I need you to subscribe, like, and comment, then share all this hilarity so we can keep it going for another 9 years. We are your nightcap of comedy. I'm joined in studio with Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. and our official sponsor from Kaufman and Lynn, Mr. Jeff the Batman Kaufman. Now, Jeff, what did you want to talk about? You said I reminded you of something.
I'm not into pop culture or anything else like that, but I want everyone to pay attention to how we change. Okay, because about 4 years ago we had the Free Britney. You remember this one?
I remember.
Getting her out of her stuff, and everyone's losing their mind. And every in my office was trying to tell me, you don't understand. Her parents, she's fine. She's got this, and now. This woman couldn't be any farther off the reservation if she went to the islands.
That poor girl.
And everyone's like, well, you gotta, party in moderation. This ain't partying. This is mental illness.
When she was doing dances with the kitchen knives, I was like, Brittany's not okay, y'all. That child ain't good. She wouldn't be all right if you erased her left side. She needs some kind of.
She needs some help, man. And
yeah, honestly.
And I'm like,
I've been in her DMs letting her know.
Hey, girl. Hey, you.
Hey,
This is
man.
Miguel. Remember
Yeah,
they
did it one
brought you.
more time.
They brought you to my room on the ship that one time when they didn't know
Yeah.
which room you were in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, I'm a slave.
For you. That's
Man,
crazy, bro.
you
God
feel so
bless
bad
her.
because people only when you have that much talent and you have that much celebrity and that much money, people don't think you have a problem because
Oh,
you have enough money to
they
pay your
they
way
don't
out of it.
they don't care you have a problem.
Yeah.
It's different. They know. They see like, that child ain't okay, but hey, she's still making these hits. She's still making these slaps, man. That you can't tell me that ain't the reason that one dude, Mr. Kelly, got away with that for years. Everybody
But
knew.
he wasn't alone. He wasn't alone. There's a lot of
There's a lot of
guys.
people complicit in that. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
what I'm interested about is this is responsibility and accountability. And I know anytime these guys call me, I get calls from these guys. Hey, what should I do when you have enough celebrity, you have enough money, and
Mm-hmm.
people throw themselves at you, and then later say you did it, you took advantage.
Yeah.
I'm going. You took advantage of their money and fame.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't sleep with this guy because you thought he was attractive. You slept with him because he was famous.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh
your
yeah.
issue later is, oh, I was taken advantage of. And you know, I've been around guys who aren't good looking who are famous.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
that's unfair because you're basically using this person and then you're using them 20 years later to get attention.
But isn't it a trade-off when you're on? I'm going to pivot to this. Isn't it a acceptable social trade-off if you're a not good-looking guy and you're famous that hey, she's getting the fame from you and you're getting a beautiful woman to be at your side? We've seen that over and over
So
again.
do me a favor, tell me who the last good-looking billionaire you knew. I mean, a good-looking billionaire where he'd walk in a room. If he didn't have the money, you'd go,
It's good-looking dude right
yeah.
there.
He's that dude. That dude has no problem picking up.
You try to tell me that? Oh wow, I
That's
don't
a tough
know.
call, right? Name a billionaire. And Branson ain't good looking. I don't care what you tell me about Branson.
Yeah.
But Elon, Gates, you know, the
Kathy
Facebook dude.
When Kathy Griffin and Steve Wozniak were together, I was like, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like, that makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
all
just
good.
thought of that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's exactly how that should work out on any playing field.
I'm gonna have to like Google this when we get off radio. Like,
Good-looking billionaires.
Good-looking billionaires.
And I'm not talking women who got the money when their husbands died. That's not fair.
I know good-looking millionaires, but I don't know a good-looking billionaire. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up, man. They have to exist, right? Like,
could you know how if you're a billionaire, how do you date? Ooh.
Thank you for saying
you don't
that.
know. You don't know.
You never know if you make
No.
that much money.
Well, you're a
does this
billionaire.
woman
You
love me?
absolutely don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. Where do you okay? Where does a billionaire go to pick up a woman? Where you meet people at?
Matchmaking sites. There are super matchmakers out there.
And they're you see, that's the thing. That's what's weird because like these super matchmakers are matching you with women that they feel are qualified to date a billionaire, not the woman that you and her are vibing and you will be a good match. They're going off, and I understand what they're doing. They're saying, oh, if it's a female billionaire, she's looking for a billionaire man. They're like, hey, this or looking for a boyfriend that could handle a female billionaire. They're like, hey, we got this guy. He's got all the qualifications. Or if it's a male billionaire and he's looking for a woman, and they're like, oh, we found this woman. She has the qualifications. But what the hell are qualifications? When you're looking for somebody to love, it's not about qualifications. We get to be lucky.
No. I can tell you right now, there is.
No, Jeff. No, there's not qualifications for love. No, Jeff, there's qualifications for things going fine. Publicly.
That's what I believe.
But that's not love.
Yes. Okay. Do you know why people from the same religion marry each other? Not just because of the rules of their religion, but because that is one thing that 5 years from now you won't have to take crap from your other person.
But that's not qualifications for love, Jeff. That's just making it easier.
That's a qualification.
No, a qualification for love.
Catholic. I need somebody Protestant.
No, there's qualifications for making a relationship easier, but there's no qualification for love. You can make all your relationship easier, but that's not going to equal love.
Correct.
You can do everything to make a relationship easier, but that's not.
Are you talking about attraction or are you talking about love?
I love. That's why I keep saying love. I keep saying love. That's what I'm talking about.
Is that an attraction
for love? No, it's love. Love is all. Love is an attraction. It's a feeling of need, necessity, want, and caring. You can qualify people for this seems mathematically more logical to work, but you're not going to qualify love. Nobody said when James Young met his girl and they were in high school that, oh, hey, they're going to have 4 kids together. They're going to get through this because on paper this was right. I mean,
on paper we looked horrible.
Yeah.
On paper we were 3 years apart. She was very young. She lied.
So it's
about her
cool. It's
age.
definitely going to support.
Mhm.
Hey, this algorithm supports things being easier for you, and it's not. I'm not knocking that system because I understand that's how we do with everything. But there's no qualifications for love.
Not to me. Yeah, it's who the person is, getting to know them. Can I spend the rest of my life with them?
Yeah, you're going to learn that through the
Okay.
issues.
But you're going to find out a couple things when you do that. When you,
Okay.
I know these
Talk
people.
to me.
These people want to. Let's say they say, "Oh, I'm attracted to you." Okay, and then what happens is they keep going down the road. They don't go down the road because they're meant to be together. They go down the road because they don't.
How
wanna
else am
start
I going to
over.
do it?
They don't want to do this. That's why a lot of people get married, not because they love each other, but because they've gone down the road that long that they go, okay, that's the next step. That's the next step. And it's so a lot of people stay
Those
in their
marriages
relationships
fail, though.
because they don't want to be alone.
Yeah, that's
It's
most relationships.
true.
Most
Right.
relationships.
It doesn't mean you didn't love them, but would this be your soulmate? I mean, that's a tough call, man.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say then I got lucky because the person
You did.
the
Yeah,
person
you
that
did.
I'm with, I effing love being with. Like
Yeah.
that's the person I want to be with the rest of my life. I want to grow old with this young lady. You know what I mean? I get that. I know how
Yeah.
blessed I am. 'cause
You
it's
did grow old with this lady. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for real,
facts,
James.
facts.
She might not have grown old yet, but you aged out, player.
He's 12. What are you talking about? Grow
That is
old.
so
Yeah.
funny. Grow older with, hopefully,
Yeah.
knock on wood, man.
Your kids are grown old.
They are. But I imagine though, like I'm gonna say something that's a hot take that guys normally don't say because of guy code, but somebody said it the other day and I agreed with it.
R. Kelly hits Still Rock.
Yeah. Well, that's a fact. I'm sorry. But no, what he was saying was if you're if you're dating a professional athlete, do you really go into that relationship thinking they're going to be faithful? Because they're young millionaires who have tons of options.
Yes, because people
yes.
lie to themselves. They do it all the time. You go, I trust this person. How did you get him? It's like when you're the cheatee in the relationship and you get married and then you're really jealous everything this person does because you know that he has the possibility of doing bad stuff.
Gotcha.
But you lie to yourself and you get in it.
Mm-hmm.
To quote the great prophet Ron White, he said his wife hates Tiger Woods because Tiger Woods cheated 17 times, but she forgives their friend because he only cheated once. And Ron White said, baby, our friend only cheated once because that was the only time he could have cheated. Tiger Woods could have cheated 70,000 times. So 17, that's less than once.
Wow. He makes a lot of sense.
I had a rule. I had a belief, and you're gonna have to knock me off on this one. I don't care.
Okay.
I think for every 100 million, you should be allowed another person.
I think, and I'm glad you said that. I think a lot of people not a lot, because I don't know if that's true. I think some of these people who have this money and influence have those deals on the side with these women.
I think he had the deal too.
They have deals
until the National Enquirer came out.
That's when don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass me out here. But here's our deal.
Right.
I say, why are we getting married?
I'm with you.
Like if we're not, and I tell you to do.
Shut up, James.
No,
James,
he's right.
No, if you want to have side pieces, just don't get married, guys.
Yes.
Talk to each other, make out whatever deal you want. If that's your deal, she can have a side do, you can have a side do. I don't care about your deal, but why do this whole made everybody come here and listen to you lie in front of God and your family?
Facts.
You know, like you sit there and hold hands and make me write a speech when we know you got a side girl, he got a side. Why do this?
Why?
I
don't think the side girls are there when you're getting married.
They should. They have to be. That's my problem. My problem when people do that is they're like, we get married and then we want the side deal. Like,
I don't think you want it. I think it just happens.
No,
bad stuff happens.
I think some people want it, and I think
want the side deal.
You got to imagine. There's not a world where I imagine that this guy, let's say, young kid, 22, 23, making $500 million. there's a world where some of these guys are like, look, I like you, but I also like doing all this too. So if you're cool with that and we can keep it between us, let's have
But
a
he wasn't that
relationship.
cool when he was younger. I think that coolness came to him later on.
Yeah,
And he was hanging,
granted.
Orlando, there was a party. Miguel knows. There's a network of people you can hang out with who are very high-end dudes in Orlando for that period of time.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of athletes, and a lot of athletes retire here, and you hang out, and you get cooler over a period of time where suddenly you're not this young, awkward dude. Now you're the, you're
elder
little
statesman. Yeah, there you go. But I do think deals like that really exist. They just don't say it because it's not socially acceptable.
Well, there are, but here's the one. I've been around some real money over the last couple of years, and I've watched guys date very wealthy dudes date women who don't have money, and there's no way you could fix this girl because you're taking them on private jets, you're flying them all over the world, they're having the best dinners, they're getting the best clothes.
You talk about love bombing, bro.
And yeah, I mean, could you imagine one of these girls after they break up? What do you got? Well, this guy wants to take me to quick, some like low end restaurant, and she's like, no, we ain't going to the private jet today. There's not a car waiting at the tarmac.
Yeah, my flight got canceled. I had tickets on Spirit, so we ain't doing that.
Yeah, I mean the amount of money that you can get. I mean, for example, I'm opening up for Jim Florentine outside of Reno, and I'm going to stop off in Vegas, and I'm going to go see No Doubt at the Sphere. I mean, the people I know, they do that. Oh yeah, we get the box, we get this, we get that. It'll break a person. I think
when it comes to emotionally being able to handle it, men who don't make as much as their women are the weakest ones than women who don't make as much as their men. Correct. You see guys who don't make as much as their woman and they try to like flex and justify, and you're like, bro, it's okay. She's done better than you. She's done better than you. It's okay, bro. Yeah. She's done better than you. Because there's guys who are doing better than you. You're not in a race with everybody.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're in your own race.
The Windermere Warlocks are the best. The dudes, I call them the Windermere Warlocks. Okay, this is the deal with these guys. All right. I gotta put this right so I really be offensive as possible.
Okay.
Jeff, you've never failed on that in a subject with women. So
these women who get divorced, they get these huge paydays from their husbands. And then they go out and get these younger men who don't have jobs and don't do this. And they wind up to be like well, you'd call them the pool boys of the 70s and 80s.
Cabana boys.
Cabana boys. But now they golf all day long. And it's the most painful. You go to like Rocco's Tacos on Sand Lake, you'll see this.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
But those guys also are plumbers because they lay pipe, Jeff. That's their job.
Yeah, bro. If I was Stedman and I came home and I smelled like some dude's cologne in my house, and I'm like, baby, who's here? And all of a sudden she comes out of the room with some sexy like Italian dude. I'm like, baby, you gotta text me, man. I ain't trying to ruin y'all thing. Hey, player, what's up, man? Nice. Hey, real quick, because I'm gonna grab my leftovers. Because Tommy, don't leave yet. Don't leave. I'm gonna go to your place, Tommy. Hey, let me get that General Tso's in the fridge. Hey, do me a solid, dog. Play any games you want, man, but don't erase any of my save files. Yeah. Damn, girl, you act like you can't text nobody. Hey, beat it up, dog. Beat it up. Hey, Tommy, let's go. Hey, let's go stay at the Ritz. She getting deed down. Yeah. Hell yeah. I brought the Xbox, son.
That's funny. Hey, on that note, guys, we got to go. But before we do, I want to give these guys an opportunity to tell you where they're going to be playing this weekend. Jeff, what do you got going on this weekend, brother?
I got Under Oath, and I have this great military author named Brad Taylor who writes all these. He writes all these military stories, and has a series of books, and it's amazing. And he was a good dude. He's a real good dude.
Very nice, man. Actually, tonight I'm performing at the Psych Show for Amy LaCour. You know her from the Pillow Fort podcast. We're all there hanging out right now. So if you guys are listening to us, shame on you for not being at that show and listening to us later on podcast form. Where are you gonna be, Miguel?
Same place, dog. Me and you are at Psych tonight with Amy LaCour. And just to let you know, Amy did a very horrible job of promoting the show when she was on because she didn't have that energy. So I'm going to do it one more time. Even though the show's going on right now, Amy LaCour licensed therapist, is hosting an extremely rare interactive comedy experience called Psych for Fringe Festival, where she will have 3 comedians performing their set. And then afterwards, they will sit down for a one-on-one therapeutic experience with Amy Lacour. And then afterwards, the audience and the comedians all together will do a group therapy session. Well, guess what? You may have missed me and James Yon tonight, as ODB says, shame on you. But guess what? There are more shows. There are more psych shows available, and it's an experience like no one else is putting on. She's put on a rare and remarkable show that I think is probably going to be one of the best shows at the Fringe Festival. So please give Amy Lacour her flowers and do yourself a favor. Go see Psych at Fringe.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Miguel. On that note, thank you guys for listening tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. On behalf of myself, James John, Miguel Colon Jr., and Jeff the Batman Kaufman. We'll see you guys tomorrow. This has been Real Laughs. Now, y'all tell them what to do, Miguel.
Take your ass to bed.
We out.
Who put it?